Добрый вечер, с вами детектив Oleandra и убойный мега-хардкор диска Elysium, который я сейчас буду люто бешено играть. Да. Фига себе, как быстро загрузилось. Я прям аж не ожидала, по-моему, было дольше всегда. Забавно. А еще очень радостно и приятно, что человек замечательно, удивительный, умный, очень много всего умеющий, знающий и всегда поддерживающий в трудную минуту Ника Малефик XP уже здесь. И это прекрасно. И спасибо тебе за это большое. Вот. Если тут кто-то еще есть, то добрый вечер. Приятного просмотра. Да, мне прям это увидел, каким что-то смотрит свой блокнотик и захотела добавить снова этот смайлик. Прям очень на него похож. Мы будем люто бешено смотреть, как красавица умница Oleandra будет хардкорить. Спасибо вам за такие приятные, чудесные слова. Надеюсь, они будут правдивы. Кстати, мне кажется, или он не хромает? Можно позвонить в участок. Забавно. Но все же, как же мне раздобыть сколько-то там еще монеток? Да, он, по-моему, не хромает вообще. О. Конечно, не очень хорошая идея, но...
Seeing you approach, the bruised man.
Oh, it's you. Didn't think we'd see you walking anytime soon.
Huh? What?
Our condolences for your losses.
Does he look like he's okay?
He
Да,
does
глупый
not.
вопрос.
His unshaven face is almost grey, and he reeks of piss, sweat, and booze.
He wasn't. That's the thing. Titus, Theo,
I just... There's nothing left. Nothing.
Nothing.
He has lost the will to live. It's survivor's guilt. He feels like he should have died with the others. He may kill himself if he doesn't find a new purpose, or else go on in this way. Not dead, but not really living either.
Ну, допустим. Не, кстати, очень хорошая мысль, да. Комплекс вины выжившего. Фигово что.
What? Sons of bitches.
Was this really the best idea? I guess
if you think this will keep him from offing himself, I'll make sure to remind him. What's gonna happen to the Hardy boys? Look around you, man. Look, what do you want from us, man? Damn songbird of misery, that one.
And do you have any information on these?
God said she took off sometime before the fire.
Move on. There's no catching her this time around.
Yeah,
Да,
you too.
гласей
Both
не
of you. We shouldn't have fucked with
не
you like we
поймать.
did. You got between us and a lot of bullets in that fight. Matinees.
That's kind of you to say. Take care of your friend,
Ух ты,
okay?
какие слова. Мир суров, и быть копом непросто. Мы слишком жестко с вами обоими. Не стоило вам столько уж палок в колеса вставлять. И в той драке вы встали между нами и множеством пуль. Так что за Мартинезом должок. Да, как-то вообще хреновенько получилось. в
A
этот
sharp
раз.
pain shoots up your side and into your stomach.
А вдруг он чего скажет?
Hi again, gendarme.
Нет.
Bye-bye,
ничего.
gendarme.
Жандарм, goodbye, жандарм. Как вообще в баре может закончиться вермут? Вопрошает он. Действительно. Возмутительно. О. Здесь был художник.
The graffito has been painted over the traces of the fight that took place here. It smells of blood and heavy fuel oil. This was Cindy the Scar.
Да, это Синди Череп. Кто ж
The
еще?
lieutenant Kraut.
Looks like it. Yes. This is and blood.
Heavy fuel oil. Isn't that? You could buy some smokes, light up a ciggy and throw it in there. You know, just...
Можно поджечь. Так, а это откуда? Там что-то есть. Ну-ка. Где? Или это имеется в виду? Или мне предлагают зайти внутрь проклятой торговой зоны? Кстати, да, я же 2 дня провалялась после перестрелки. Почему у меня мысль еще не закончилась? Не, это не то место. Ну вдруг я что-то упускаю.
A few bricks of fall.
Нет. Мозг был занят попыткой не двинуть кони. Логично. Спасибо за такую умную мысль, Лера. Рада тебя наблюдать в чатике. Я так и не понял. Говорит, там что-то есть. Ага! Завтраком картофельным погребом. Странно. Так, опять же, почему-то. Так, на остров. Можно осмелиться позвонить в участок. По-моему, я такого не делала. В прошлый раз, да. Почему бы и не да? Не знаю, что из этого выйдет.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone, a pull-out.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
На нас напали. Ну, я думаю, это уже поздно.
Right.
10-4, come in. Fireworker, over.
Over.
10-4, sir, roger that, and very glad to hear it. I will make relevant changes to the report.
Где же over?
10-4, sir. Well, there's been some talk, sir. I only meant that there's been some talk in the station, that's all. But there's always some talk in the station. You know how officers in Jamrock are. But then again, some of us truly are on the take. It's unfortunate. Over. Roger that, 10-10, over and out.
Ну вот и спросили. Стало понятнее? Нет. Как же мне добыть передатчик? Продать все остальное? В глаза мне смотри, человек.
Between you and me, this is why I don't get involved in local politics in its purest form. For the moment, yes, you'll be back again. I've got a feeling. Sure, let me have a look. Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Сто 13. Нужно еще 7.
Anything else you're thinking of selling?
Можно мне диалог, пожалуйста, обратно? О. Так.
Another time, perhaps.
Блин, если бы не покупала уку на штаны. Или футболку у него. Рад, как найти денег. Очень надо. Всего несколько монет. Референс для знающих. Прошу вас, господин, всего пару монет. Вдруг я тут что-нибудь пропустил. Нет. Аж глаз дергался. Блин, у бывших этих собутыльников спросить, может. Без зрения никак. Блин, так я знал. А я с фонариком. В зале. Нет? А у вас есть деньги?
Our tenant, the policeman. I hope the waves don't keep you up at night. What can...
Не, все нормально. Ах, да, попросить водку. Найти орудие убийства и посмотреть с острова. Угу. Пацаны, есть деньги?
The scruffy-haired little boy. This one.
Lily's our mum.
The stone kid. The other one. Maybe there's some kind of reason why they're laughing. And in the boy. Oh, okay. So now he's shy. You will never get an answer. That's...
Дети невероятно тупые. Странно, что возле Лукашей так мало бутылок.
Good to see you, friend. Do I have deals set up for you? So what do you want? I got smokes. They're cheap. Very cheap. I got Pilsner. Oh. You see, friend? Man, cigarettes.
The hook. Where is it? I can't see it.
Of course. It is what it is, you know. What it's always been. In the civil...
Man, you're like...
Да, у этого не попросить. Блин. По-моему, моей последней надеждой был этот... Трант, как его? Хайдерсталь. Не, больше никаких бутылок. Ну, очень надо. А если еще раз покопаться там? Да, вот там. Мне кажется, там что-то было еще. Ой, извините. Может, кому-то нужен портрет Красомаза. Красомазов. Это как Карамазов? Только Красомазов. А вот интересно, да. У меня же есть там, по-моему. О, восприятие. Не? Блин, убрали, что ли? Ну, блин, должен же быть выход какой-то. Кроме как купить в ломбарде.
I see the processing guys have been faster than usual. It's good we stop by to...
Тоже? Я пыталась. Мост упал не сам. Очень полезное и нужное замечание. Буи.
The dome-shaped plastic. A scattering of bullet holes is spread across the cracked wall.
А, точно. Ничего особенного. Опа! Здрасте, у вас есть деньги? Пожалуйста.
Always my pleasure to be...
Ах ты сволочь. Ты всегда рад помочь, так помоги.
There's no way the perp is in here, officer. Look how scarred the boards are. Not this time. And dangerous. Dangerous too.
The suspect? God, I hope...
Опа. Сколько дней уже он там гуляет? По важным делам. А тут ни у кого денег нет.
Yes, what is it?
Сорян.
Good morning! Yeah! Hardcore! Yeah! It was awesome and scary. Very hardcore. Too hardcore, in fact. I couldn't control it at all. It sucks up all the air in the mix until it's the only thing left. Starts compressing itself and everything around it. Completely fills up the headspace. Extreme! Yeah! Welcome to the groaning! Oh! I don't know. Maybe someone can do something with this. I imagine this is the sounds that the future could make.
Возможно, кто-нибудь сможет что-то с этим сделать. Цитата великих людей.
Yeah!
Кто-нибудь даст денег?
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you. Goodbye, officer.
Так, ну даже если игральную кость продам, у меня нужно будет еще 4 монеты. Да. Печаль. Это so close. Опачки. Давай быстрее. Ага, книжка тут. Да, почему я могу продать книжку?
You hold in your hand the colorful primer. The title reads.
Букварь, книга для малышей. Это то, что мне нужно.
This book will show the alphabet. Every page has one word designating one letter of the alphabet. A is for azimuth. B is for Boreas. C is for cosine. D is for diamite. E is for ellipse. F is for phlogiston. G is for gamete.
Фига себе.
H is for homeboy. I is for econ. J is for Ura. K is for collapse. L is for laudanum. M is for myriad. N is for nadir. O is for aureole. P is for perihelion.
Это точно для малышей?
Q is for quasar. R is for rhododendron. S is for sinus. T is for tricolor. U is for ultra. V is for vector. W is for Wahrheit. X is for xylophone. Y is for Ustava. Z is for zenith.
Здравствуйте, дорогие детишечки. Начинаем наш урок. Евклид. Л. Лауданум. М. Мириады. П. Перигелий. Р. Рододендрон. А. Хлорофилл. Ю. Юриспруденция. И это все?
That's it. You know the alphabet now.
Good. I also know the alphabet.
Ким я теперь знаю алфавит.
It is a very useful skill to have, he thinks, for all sorts of life activities like reading and...
Да, а можно ее оставить? Я вообще-то надеялась там монеток найти. Ладно. Попытаемся.
Officer, what happened? You're limping.
She sounds almost disappointed with you, reprimanding you for falling and hurting you.
Is this from the shooting in town? We heard gunshots.
There was an exchange of fire on Rue de Saint-Guilaine.
So you're a killer? That's good, I guess. I guess. Better than being dead. I've always taken you for one, that's for sure. Not, of course. Can I help you with something? That won't be a problem. Its wind's still and the tide just dried. If you promise to bring it back, and no scratch.
Of course, ma'am.
Aye.
The crow's feet disappear from the corners of her eye.
Nothing. Just ruins.
Hasn't been there herself. Who has then?
My husband used to drink there. Him.
This must be one of the many fortifications that was used in the dying days of the revolution against coalition forces.
The kids sometimes go there too. I know they do. The twins. God forbid they bring the...
Can we maybe ask your twins about that place?
Be my guest. They've a strange way of... Well, most...
Aye, aye, Captain.
Please be conservative with the fuel, will you?
Я думаю, не стоит ее сейчас клеить. Так, придется еще раз поговорить с парнем. Нет, просто подой... Ладно.
The scruffy-haired little boy.
And that iron. That's, nothing. It's just a seafort and some plants. You can take a raft there. It's great.
Это прям их совсем мелкими озвучили, как будто они, не знаю, 4-летние.
And we make a fire. We make a fire. Gather the sticks for the fire and bullets. Or not real bullets, empty bullets.
Bullet shells. There are a lot of them left over.
I don't know what those are. They're lights. The fire guy comes and asks us to put the fire out.
They must mean a human being on that island.
No. Yes.
На острове кто-нибудь живет? Нет. Да.
Let's go with yes.
Because he asks to put the fire out. I don't know. He doesn't like it. He don't like people to be there. You shouldn't go. Yes. I don't know.
Did you mean there are electrical lights?
Yes. No, he doesn't live there. I don't think. No, he lives there. Been there twice, 2 times. He doesn't live there. He isn't there sometimes.
Anything else?
I don't know. we ran. He just yelled we shouldn't be there. Our father killed himself.
Вот так
Don't
вот.
say that, he didn't. I'm sorry.
О.
There's
Lights, fire guy. We should check up on that island.
Да что там, и пофиг. Что ж, но тем не менее, кое-какая информация есть. Секундочку, надо приодеться. Где наш любимый галстук? Тим, не загораживай мой лук. О, да. Not bad. Ладно. И что у меня там было еще? Да, логика пригодится. Можно еще большие очки. Во.
A skiff with a small stick. Once you get in, that's it. Have you made all the necessary preparation? Remember what the net picker said. It's a small tank. You won't be going back and forth. The boat comes to a slow stop. The lieutenant turns the engine off. In the silence. Let's go.
Let's go.
The chain trails off into the ocean, connecting up.
Ah, yes. So it's for bringing munitions to the...
As a defensive measure.
From enemies. Enemies of the commune of Revachol.
Чаечка. Ладно. Что же это может быть? Наверное, мазут.
The dry grass crackles under your feet as you... The flock of quail departs. On the islet, they're like a silent orchestra tuning. At the beginning of a silent hiss. The faraway roar of the city. A low hum. The air flows out of a pillbox wind called a mamadakwa.
Фига. Услышал колда мамадаква?
Yes?
Momentarily, the sounds are swept away. Pain shoots up your right foot and into your groin.
I have. Is that why we're stopping?
The lieutenant nods in silence.
Silence.
Books and magazines, most are popular depictions of man versus nature by among what is mostly...
Someone's made themselves a home.
Oh yes, under the bed, there is a rather extensive collection of critical theory, that is, dour, life non-affirming left-wing literature published by small imprints such as Abattoir Firm and Ouzia. It's not exactly like reading.
Ouzia. I agree. Humanitarian.
You're incendiary. It's making a strong comeback.
That one student did have...
The little books seem...
Whoever has lived here.
Interesting.
Может быть, тут живет коммунист? Точно, еще немножко одежды. Шарфик. Передатчик-то нашел. У меня на него денег не хватает. Мне не хватает 7 монет на передатчик.
An old the lieutenant.
It's cold now. Downstairs, liquid carbon. The kind that's fair.
If anyone's the hollow ring.
I don't know. I'm not a philosopher.
The wind outside.
Так два бесплатных есть. Где? В офисе и в машине не было там ничего. А, ты имеешь в виду в... Блин! Так, все нормально. А в офисе, в каком офисе, я не поняла. Там, где эти игры делали. Давай, ать-2. Интересно, этот Fast Travel починился или нет? А, тогда он не работал, наверное, потому что был трибунал.
A lorry abandoned. The smell of cigarette. There's something odd about it. It takes a few moments, but eventually, nearly the same sound as you take the trans.
Funny, isn't it? The lady driver used this same radio to evade
where the transceiver used to be. There's just a rectangular shadow now.
Да, Руби пользовался этой рацией, чтобы скрываться от властей коалиции, а мы собираемся использовать, чтобы связаться с ними напрямую. Иронично.
It's about the sign. That's the mark of Esther as Electronica.
You've surprised me more than once during the course of our... An Esteras is certainly nothing to sniff at. But if you compare the feature sets, I would say they are more or less equivalent. It should, assuming...
The movie stars enclose the rusty...
Спасибо, Лерон. Как я так могла затупить? Так, теперь что? Теперь мне нужно опять к ней, да. Je serai de retour près de toi. Magnifique. Hardcore.
Yes, what is it?
Так, погодите, а что мне нужно? Вернитесь в церковь, ну.
Yes, what is it? The swallow, you mean? What about freight? No. Yes. No. You're right.
Так, не понял. А что мне нужно сделать? Предметы.
Yes. What is it? I brought them here. These are my machines. Please don't. I use the AR1 as my rain. Mm-hmm. Yes? You really don't know anything about. All right. Well. I guess it is. But it's not the cheap anyway.
She liked telling you this. It calmed her nerves.
So you do know something about computers. You're right. Because I needed something good for my investigation and besides.
No, actually, it...
I know a friend prefect is mainly based on the same technology. Great.
Так, не понял, написано вернись в церковь. А что, куда? Или нужно взять в руку его, или что? А не это предметы. А, или к Икабону нужно подойти.
Good morning! Yeah! Prohod! It sucks up all the... Yeah! Oh! I don't... Yeah!
Так, я не понял, а к кому подойти-то с антенной?
Oh, hey, man. It's good to see you. Goodbye, officer.
Я думала, к ней нужно.
Yo, man. What's on your mind?
К нему.
So your cop ways came through again. You thought I felt a special sign.
Rarely has there been a...
Right, lawfarer. So any cop prep you gotta do, you do it now. We'll wait if we have to. How should I know? It's up.
At the very least.
Personally, I'm gonna make sure I've got a steady supply. Don't sweat that. Egg found something. Right, that's your call then. Do what you have to do. Hardcore, like Egg said.
Так, что сейчас будет? Церковь в день 7. Хорошее название для сейва. О, перчатки. У меня есть хорошие перчатки. Даже несмотря на то, что I'm not a гадана. Ладно. Допустим, я подготовилась.
Yo, man. Rest of the crew has got to stay here. Can't afford to let the beat.
Much love to my hardcore antenna brothers.
Good luck, guys.
Try to squeeze in a promo spot while you're on air. You have to start putting the word out.
Back across the waterlock. At least we're getting our exercise.
Да, вы можете взять этот усилитель офицера. И он показывает на лейтенанта. И... Да, ты начинаешь соединять кабели, может быть. Что же сейчас будет? Ну? Так. Понятно. Офигеть. Да, он крут.
Just plug that in there, would ya?
It's done. I believe we are ready.
Yeah, as ready as we're gonna be. Grab one of these can sets, both of ya. I've got it rigged so that we can all listen, but only your cop talk will broadcast. No idea what we're gonna hear when I turn this thing on, so be prepared for anything. Trick is to keep transmitting your request until the big bad acknowledges ya. You got that? Honestly, don't know how much juice we've got, so we better get
Ничего, давай.
We're live in 2, 1. That's your cue, lawman.
You're all alone out there, wondering. The lieutenant looks up at you with a nervous glance. Nervous for who, though? You cannot say.
Give it another go.
Perhaps you're simply imagining it, but it seems as though you're learning.
Nein, Liebling, das lasse ich nicht zu. Wie kannst du unseren Jungen bloß auf einem dieser Dinger nach Fredeport schicken?
Допустим.
Marianne hat mir erzählt, dass Oscar nicht mehr derselbe ist, seit er auf einem Luftschiff aus Graz zurückgekommen ist. Natürlich halten ihn die Psychologen für vollkommen normal.
Natürlich.
Aber er hat das Gefühl, seit seiner Rückkehr mit einem Fremden zusammenzuleben.
Допустим.
Something about her son going to Fredeford on an aerostatic to see some psychologists. Or maybe the psychologists are saying it's normal to have feelings for strangers. The rustling of dry autumn leaves.
Liebling, bitte. Er ist unser einziges Kind. Er kann doch auch nächstes Jahr zur Akademie gehen.
Just radio spookers. We get him all the... Again.
It's cold now. Mention what? I didn't say anything, Detective.
Well.
Someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired.
An uncomfortable silence falls over them.
It's been a long winter. Long and cold. I promise you I didn't, even though it certainly sounds like me.
Так.
Sounds like your partner's being haunted by his past self. Or maybe he's trying to warn himself. From the future, most like.
Какие-то глюки из серости.
It's just a little bit of pale interference, Detective. A little eerie, perhaps, but perfectly explicable.
Outwardly, the lieutenant exudes reassurance.
Natürlich halten ihn die Psychologen für vollkommen normal.
You just have to embrace the spookiness. Now give it
Нужно просто
another
принять
go.
эту жуть.
But someone has been maintaining it. The wiring has been repaired.
Dubois, please acknowledge.
Так, это Дюбуа, как
Liebling,
меня
bitte.
слышно.
Er ist unser einziges Kind.
Worship Archer, please identify.
The signals are getting increasingly mixed.
This isn't looking good. The radio spookers all don't know. If we can't get around... Says here, main step, volume to the max.
Volume to the max.
Okay, my guess, you climb up the set...
Someone has been maintaining it.
No problem at all. You've already teleported up.
Вот именно, мы уже телепортировались, что нам стоит второй раз?
Something about this setup seems images of your body smashed against the pavement flood your mind. This
You actually haven't, but you have proven that you are related.
Так. Да, нормально.
Your gloves give you a solid grip on the metal bar. This feel you don't exactly cut a lithesome figure, but after several moments of scrambling, you manage to hoist yourself atop the monument.
Add code to the mega. Ну ты даешь его.
That performance was frankly an embarrassment.
Да ладно.
The connection itself
Нормально.
is nothing more than a little braid of exposed wire wrapped about the hoof of the whole monument is covered in a thin...
Well, what's it look like? That's not good. We should have clicked. Hang on. I'm looking at Egg's checklist. He says, if all fails, bend antenna. Narrow is the hardcore way. Doesn't make any sense. It says here. Good question. Since you're already up...
The speed freak is right. The responsibility is yours and yours alone. There's no turning back now. You are faced...
Черт!
This faithful steed is... The sky is through the scrim. A few of the... She yells a single word.
3%.
And then shuts the window with a violent thunk.
Oops.
You allow the broken hunk of metal to...
Nein, Liebling.
Huh? Sounds like that was a false move. Signal's even worse. The thing is...
He's right. This was you.
I'm gonna turn all the dial.
A maelstrom of sound, swirling and swirling
Да
around
ладно.
an invisible...
Nicht mehr derselbe ist weiter auf einem...
Lieutenant Dubois, please respond.
It's too much. Your eardrums are throbbing.
Да ладно.
A long winter, long and cold.
And then, nothing.
Try it now.
This is Worship Archer. We are acknowledging and accepting you. Though we're still getting quite a bit of interference.
Жесть.
This is as good as it's gonna get. I'll keep us aligned as long as I...
This is it. You're finally getting to speak with those, and by that, we mean the ones with the guns and the warships. There is so much you wish you could ask.
Please be advised that you're speaking on a public frequency. What is your request? Acknowledged. To reach the committee, or if the liaison accepts your request, you will be invited to address the committee at their next quarterly public hearing. We believe the next hearing is scheduled for July.
52%.
This isn't about you. Not really. It may have... Now, take a deep breath. Look upward.
What? How do you know this? Lieutenant Dubois, this is a very serious claim. Please...
There's papers rustling in the background. There. You've wedged your foot in the door.
Please continue. We're listening.
Так. Сложно.
We have it. Is there any...
Detective, before you answer that...
The lieutenant is afraid you're going to say something too outre.
Нет, про энтропонез не будем говорить.
Acknowledge. Please stand by.
A long winter.
Signals are starting to misalign. Not...
Lieutenant Dubois, this is Collision Worship Archer. Please acknowledge.
No. You know this tone of voice. You've heard it before.
We're sorry, Lieutenant Dubois. The committee has declined your request for an emergency address. Specifically, they said that disputes of purely local concern, they added that they expect the RCM to fulfill its responsibility. That's correct. But we must say that this is now. The first signaler has informed us that we must 2, 1, après le monde, le gris.
And the line the lieutenant gives.
I think it's best for you to climb off the statue now, detective. Your real work is done here.
There's a damp cold running up the inside. You look around.
About time. You grab that amp. Forget the cables.
What's one more trip across the waterlock?
Блин, то есть, а если бы я по-другому сказала?
Alright, cop man.
Нет, так не пойдет.
If you want to show hardcore, sure, I've heard that before. I'll put this tech away.
Так, тихо. Я попробую еще раз. Мне кажется, многочисленное убийство стоило, да, упомянуть. И все-таки надену спортивные штаны. Одна техника. Тут две техники. Нормально. Что бы еще такого классного надеть? Допустим, как-то так.
Good luck, guys.
Hardcore Antenna Brothers.
Back across the...
Немножко напоминает ту фотку там, где посередине бассейна стоит стул, на нем там магнитофон, а провод от магнитофона воткнут в удлинитель, который плавает в тапке шлепки. И типа и натянут дальше провод. Ага, я тоже себя так чувствовала, когда увидела эту фотку.
Just plug that in there.
It's done.
Yeah, as ready as we're gonna be.
Да, нельзя так делать.
Can sets, both of you. No idea what we're gonna hear when I turn this thing on, so be good. That's your cue, lawman.
You're all alone. The lieutenant looks nervous. For who, though? You cannot say.
Give it another go.
Perhaps you're simply imagining it.
Nein, Liebling. Das, was Marianne hat.
Something about her son. The rustling of dry...
Liebling, bitte.
Keep trying. Again.
It's cold now. I didn't say anything. Someone has been maintaining it.
An uncomfortable sight.
It's been a long winter. Long. I promise you I didn't.
Sounds like you're
It's just a little...
Natürlich halten ihn die Psychologen.
You just have to...
But someone has...
Walker?
Liebling, bitte.
Where's your partner?
The signals are getting increased.
This isn't looking good. Don't know. My guess.
Someone has been
No problem at all. You've something about this setup. Images of your body smashed against the paper.
You actually haven't.
Вперед. На амбразуру.
Your gloves give you a solid grip on the metal. You don't exactly cut a lithesome figure, but after several moments of scrambling, you manage to hoist yourself atop the monument. That performance was frankly an embarrassment. The connection itself is not the whole monument.
Well, what's it look? That's not... Hang on. I'm looking at... It says here. Since you're all...
Как согнуть антенну? Силой рук.
The responsibility is yours and yours alone. This faithful, you are a clip across the river. A few of the... She yells a single word. You can't make out, and then shuts the window with a violent thunk.
Decapitation.
You allow the broken hunk of metal.
Nein, Liebling.
Huh? Sounds like that the thing.
He's right.
I'm gonna turn...
A maelstrom of sound.
Nicht mehr derselbe.
Firewalker.
It's too much. You're
a long winter.
And then...
Try it now.
This is Worship Arthur.
This is as good as it...
This is it. And by that, there is so much.
Please be advised that you are speaking on a public frequency. What is your request? Acknowledged. If the liaison accepts your request, you will be invited to address the committee at their...
This isn't about you. Not really. It may have been. Now, take a deep...
What? How do you know this? Sir Walker.
There's papers right there. You've waited...
Please continue. We're listening. Good God.
Detective, before you...
The lieutenant is afraid you're going...
Acknowledge.
A long winter.
Shut up, Kim.
Signals are starting to miss...
Firewalker, this is collision work...
No. You know...
We are sorry, Firewalker. The committee has declined your request for an emergency address.
А, да ладно.
Specifically, they said that I cannot say we agree. Speaking for a moment in strictly personal terms.
Something has cracked in her family.
They added that they expect the RCM to... We're afraid so.
Her wishes are sincere. You can...
Now, the first signaler has informed us that
And the lieutenant gives...
I think it's best for you to climb off.
About time. You grab that amp. Forget the cables.
What's one more trip
Что ж,
across the waterlock?
я думала, это из-за того, что, ну, не так выразилась. Хатку!
We held up more than our share of this collaboration.
If you want to show your appreciation, hardcore, mutual aid.
Sure. I'll put this tech away later.
Эх, что у нас там насчет уборки?
What if you didn't lose your memory? What if something in Martinez came and stored it all away, for you to slowly open one box at a time, so you can choose which parts to keep?
Вот это мысль. Офигеть. Что ж, теперь можно и на остров сходить. Я так полагаю. А на сэкономленные деньги от передатчика купить спирту. Чтобы почистить памятник. Конечно. Well. Да. Странно, конечно.
Officer.
She sounds almost disappointed.
Is this from the shoot? So you're a killer? Aye. Of course. Can I... That won't be a problem. If you promise...
Of course, ma'am.
Aye.
The crow's feet disappear from the corner.
Nothing.
Hasn't been there herself.
I'm sad to hear that.
That's cool. You boasted your bacterial infection like that.
My husband used to...
This...
The kids, the twins.
Can we meet?
Be my guest. Maybe... Well...
Aye, Captain.
Please be conservative with the fuel, will you?
Так, мелочь, здорово.
The scruffy head.
And that iron, that's...
Bullet shells.
I don't know what they're like.
They must mean a human being on that island, but it's cut off.
Супер быстрый перерывчик, минуты на 3. Возможно, меньше. Так. Я вернулась и рассказать про прорыв, и то тебя заберут на вертолете, и игра закончится. Это действительно так, или ты прикалываешься? Пока Шамаран слишком много знает. В расход его, в расход. Так, да.
No. Yes.
Let's go easy.
Because he asked, yes.
Did you mean
Yeah. No, he don't. No, he lives. He.
anything else?
I don't know. We ran. Our father. Don't say that. I'm sorry. There's
Lights, fire gun.
Опять же, нужно соответствующее делать. Черный джинс все-таки лучше. Обратно галстук. Да, может, перчатки уже. Наверное, даже вот эти будут круче. И рубашка вроде бы так и была. Поло. Рубашка. Или пол. Марку. Олу. Ладно. Кажется, достаточно.
A skiff. Once you get in, have you made all? Remember what the net pickers?
What? Fine, why not?
Very cool. Sad FM is a radio.
Да, грусть FM.
Want to be free. Want to be free. It will last forever. Eternally. Want to be free. Want to be free. It will last forever.
Офигеть, спасибо, Лерат. Если что, я только первую строчку прочитала и как бы уже.
Want to be free. Want to be free. It will last
Офигеть. Сколько ж еще всего придется проходить в диско Elysium?
boat comes to a slow stop. The lieutenant turns the engine off. Then there's silence.
Silence.
In the silence,
Let's go.
Я успею о чем-нибудь еще подумать. Да. Центр Тим Телебом. Или как его там. Чаечка, ладно. Вогане безпечно.
the dry grass, the flock of quail on the islet, like a silent hiss, the faraway roar.
Silent hiss?
Distant
Джесси?
like today's dream. Before it,
Джесси,
a
приди,
sound of
пожалуйста.
sand, a low hum. Air flows out of Col de Mamadakwa.
Плюс 50 очков опыта.
Yes?
Momentarily, the sounds are swept away.
It is. Is that why we...
The lieutenant...
Так, аккуратно. Так, пушки.
An old... The lieutenant...
It's cold now.
Wait.
Downstairs, somewhere?
Да, он только что сказал, уже остыл, но им кто-то пользовался. Видно, что кабеля чинили.
Liquid carbon. The kind that's...
The lieutenant pauses.
Зима была
Something seems to
долгой.
be
long and cold.
Долгой и холодной.
There's no time to dwell on this moment.
Извините.
You've got to keep moving. A hollow ring, the canister.
I don't know. I'm not a... Someone who is based...
The wind outside.
Офигеть.
Books and magazines. Most are popular depictions of man among what is
Someone's made themselves a home.
Not that you can tell. This is maybe it's a The print inside.
Да ладно, как можно не найти в книжках книжку о коммунизме? Она же будет красная. А, красная обладает наибольшей длиной волны. Его видно лучше. Так.
Green paint flicks off the keys rack.
The console, fenêtre, urgence, ouvert, allumé, radio diffusé. Sounds like this device was...
Nothing happens.
We need to restore... We should look around outside. There are barrels all over. Maybe...
The console looks on the dial.
Insular.
It's an air-gapped.
Ну-ка всё. Капец, они огромные. Ну извините, очень долго идти просто так. А вот и топливо. Ура, Друамин. И 20 монеток.
There's a rain-soaked map.
B triple prime.
A single-person map and an empty can of beans on the silhouette of a tobacco picker adorns the paper filter.
I may have been wrong when I said it wasn't important. I didn't see any signs of smoking.
There's a firing slit in the wall. The springs screech, trepidation. A small piece of Martinez coastline opens up in the red chimney and collapsed back of the four-story. A towering skyscraper. The box-shaped silhouette of the whirling in rags.
What does that mean? Do you have line of sight to the window?
More than that.
A pair of binoculars? Or
cheek against a cheek rest, hand on the hair trigger, on a calm day like that.
I think we have it. The origin.
Affirmative.
Nothing pointed here. Many leads pointed elsewhere. Don't beat yourself up, officer. We did not.
The lieutenant pauses.
We will make up for it. Where?
He does not.
We should move now.
Move. Так, кстати, а я ж не взяла. А, нет, все нормально. Все равно ничего такого. Да, вроде бы ничего такого. Спиной ты чувствуешь чей-то взгляд.
A strange feeling looking at the water. Maybe you should just watch. Perhaps this smelling of tutti frutti. Yes, cold and still. Oh fuck, yes. Go. No. We're not starting with that. Not now. In the still mirror of islets and posts.
Так, опять накрывает. Ладно. Где-то далеко шумит вода. Еще там летят поезда и люди сбиваются с пути. Или как, погодите.
Dark brown, viscous fluid pours out, and the room fills with a chemical smell.
Где-то далеко летят поезда, и самолет сбивается с пути. А если он идет, это навсегда. Так что просто не дай ему уйти. Это Прокима, я так полагаю.
There's a red start. The recoil start wakes the old generator up. The machine sputters like an old warhorse before settling down to a...
That should do it.
It works! Да вы не померите, но мне опять сейчас придется поколдовать над шмотом. Я надену таки кепку. Допустим. А, господи, не открыл уже.
A dim gold.
It's on.
Automatic boot.
I think, yeah.
The blast door opens with a series of clicks. A shaft of light appears, then widens as the light shines in.
Нехило.
After you. So did I. Not back there, but don't worry.
Harry, this reminds you, you're out of bullets.
I don't know.
Что там? I don't know. Очко навыков. Так, откуда у меня столько поинтов на улучшение координации? Ну, в смысле, именно резерв. Почему так мало энциклопедии? А, бонус, в смысле. Да, мне казалось, меня вижу больше. Не знаю. Пусть будет так. Я жалкий коп и зануда. Класс. Я, по-моему, кстати, ачивки как-то странно работают. Ну, они, по-моему, срабатывают не тогда, когда я выполняю условия для них. Да, извините, это был чай. Кстати, я вот сегодня проходил мимо церкви, там тоже ландыши растут. Угу. Ну, то есть там, где вот заборчики, у них там какой-то садик. И вот снаружи забора, вот рядом с калиточкой, ну вот по той стороне, где мы ходили, когда гуляли просто так, и вот там вот ландыш. Можно будет сходить еще раз. Ландыши. И человек с монтировкой. Просто вдруг я тут что-то пускала. Блин, остров-то вообще крошечный. Блин, оно уже здесь, оказывается. Все это время оно тут. Вот оно. И оно скрипит. Который этот фазмит или как его.
An old then spits it out, unclouded by cataract. He's practically tearing up from spite. Hatred got the best of him a long time ago. This man hates everything.
It's not nice. It's a piece of shit. It's a Triangong 4-4.
Southeast Samaran.
A Samaran rifle.
It was sent to us by our brothers in the Sinyao commune. Military aid.
It has stayed true to him. He can still make it.
You heard me. It's good I did. Reactionary rock and roll music.
Действительно.
Told you we shouldn't play sad FM.
Да, кстати, я, по-моему, всегда включал его грусть FM. А что если не включать? Получается, он не закроет дверь? Было бы классно.
Sad FM, huh? The fascists were right about rock and roll. My eyesight? The what now? I may have. Fire guy. Regressive bourgeoisie henchman. Can't even talk like a group.
The lieutenant pulls his pistol from.
You are a glorified night watchman.
Ух ты, у меня бонус к авторитету за дресс-код.
This rifle. I can only lay it down before an enemy commander of courage.
The words, I am.
And what rank would that be? Dog. A big wheel of the full. It's out of bullets.
His gaze follows your motions. Still warm from his parched hands, the rifle's in a shabby. On the butt, you see Vespertine writing, burned into the wood.
The right type and the right...
He's liking this.
I wonder how old it is.
The old man doesn't.
No one said it has to be Belmagré.
From ballistics.
It doesn't matter if it was made in Shanty. All it has to do is use jacketed ammunition.
The old man keeps following you. This looked very much like the murder weapon. It could be used against him to get a confession.
My name is Josef Lilianovich Dross. Political Commissar of the 114th Anti-Aircraft Division of the 4th. I am a deserter, a partisan, and a prisoner of war.
The Commune of Revachol? Do you mean the ICM?
From the Insular Indian Citizens Militia. The army of the revolution. I was recruited in Jamrock in 07, trained in the École de Contrôle Orient, and consigned to emergency. I left my unit on the eve of the landing. When I returned here...
51 minus 8 equals 43.
No.
Источник вдохновения.
I've been on other islands, too.
Малев проясняет, что да, был такой японский солдат, и он где-то на землях в океане не признавал поражения Японии и продолжал нести службу.
I was in a resurrection until they turned it into a spa in 18. Then I was an E-48, a nameless sound, until the sea washed over it. Then I came back here. That was 43 years and 10 months. It's not how a human being should live.
What have you been doing?
Hiding, fish.
2 police officers step out of the Whirling in Rags cafeteria. Satellite Patrol Officer Judith Minnow points west. The fishing village.
Фига себе, вот
She
как вот
glances
это вот.
at her watch. We meet in 15 minutes. It's a 10-minute walk.
Вот как это сейчас? Что из кафетерия танцтерапии выходит 2 полицейских. Сателлит офицер Жан Виквара рассматривает огромные, нарисованные темно-красным мазутом для правительственного транспорта буквы на мозаике площади. Патрульный офицер Жюдит Мино указывает на запад. Рыбацкая деревня. Она бросает взгляд на часы. Встреча через 15 минут, а идти туда 10. Вот.
The officers go, leaving behind the writing.
Always waiting for her to read.
Her who?
Girl, child, revolution. Always.
Ты ждал кого? Ее? Девчушку революцию? Что? Всегда. А это референс к Гарри Поттеру, простите.
The material base for an uprising has eroded. The working class has betrayed mankind. The historic opportunity.
What has he done? Perhaps a confession would lighten the load.
What can I do? I was just 16 years old. 15 whenever. You could say I misunderstood the historic role of the proletariat. A second for reaction to take hold. Petty bourgeois terror. May the 13th, 08. 44 years ago. The combined huddled on the floor. The art.
A terrible shame. Still within him. The lobes of his ears are...
No. I climbed the chain link across the water and hit
airships,
aerostatics. The landing had started. They'd all drowned in the lower levels or got torn to shreds above. The mask of humanity fall from capital. It has to, and then you see it, as its strength that the bourgeois are not human. I had to fight it. I had to never stop. It's not an island. What? It's a defensive fortification of the commune of Revachol.
Говорит, это не остров дурак.
And I am its last
Я сначала прочитала
surviving
Хойна.
defender.
Небольшое пересечение вселенных было бы. Blooded Хойн.
The congenitally deformed King Philip II. Coalition military called it Operation Death Blow. You're one of them. Tell me, who speaks like that? We had 50 million people. Sure you are. You're RCM. Answer me. Who calls an operation against 50 million people? You don't know. You haven't seen it. The Black-Eyed Angel.
Я ни черта не понимаю, что он говорит. Мне как бы в принципе про войну не хочется ни читать, ни говорить.
How does anyone survive?
Now hold on there.
You're insane and grotesque.
How is your health?
I've been throwing up.
He does seem frail. Gaunt for his age.
The RCM can provide...
I need to die. You don't have medical facilities. I have been running out of that stuff. There's nothing to... I haven't. I have holes in my brain. I don't even know what. Inferno?
I would imagine it gets
Traitors. It's better alone. It's disgusting.
Are they not heartbroken? How could they have...
It was hard in the tens.
There were posters.
We communards still hoped. And they needed to snuff that. And others too. At night, I used a
In the city, you move on.
From bunker to bunker. Not anymore. No one cares now. So you finally found it. There must have been a small squad. I know.
So you've been there?
Sleeping.
You feel the dots connecting.
The propaganda bunker.
Propaganda bunker?
They stored leaflets there. A lot of our boys did. I do. They're good. Plenty of time. I don't want to. They're old.
He does not want to see life moving on. The old man looks across.
You're with the RCM. The coalition-appointed mob that enforces bourgeois morals in Revachol. You're the RCM. You represent... Take me to them as a prisoner of war. I have relinquished my weapon. I can't...
A spray of blood from Rene, the royalist on the coast, said.
Liberal reactionaries signed that instrument.
Is that part of why you've been...
He just wipes the blood from his chin.
You're insane. No, I am not trained in it.
The old man does.
His job was to assure the...
Scientific communism. A commissaire politique is a night philosopher of the revolution.
He was like a cleric, a shepherd.
No, the opposite of that.
Мистический священник
A
это был бы
future
слишком.
He nods slowly, then another tremor. He looks away to the sea.
There's nothing serious. I've used it.
Killing people?
It's a gun. I've used it to...
Interesting.
There is no after.
So he's continued killing. Go in straight. No. Be careful. Don't mess this up. Remember, he wants to tell you. Get personal. Nothing comes to you. Silence. His black eyes look at you.
What did I just say?
What did I just tell you? Don't drop the ball now.
The who now?
He heard you. He just wants to hear you say it again. This is dramatic flair on his part. Right choice. We're in. Do it, sire.
Oh, yes. That one.
Did you kill him?
I am a son of a welder.
A drop of blood and exhaust him with the gun. The scent of blood. Something about the tracks. Suddenly, all those tracks are so confusing.
I saw you.
You had direct visibility. You've been here a long time.
I'm ready to die.
He's practically admitting to it. Just one thing remains unclear.
Forget about your stupid...
He lost it. He just doesn't know where it is. Forget it. Push on.
You're sad for your...
Almost. He almost burst out there. Keep piling arguments. Anything.
Not a lot of guns around.
It's a real gun. You look like him.
Damn. He saw you. He's watched it happen. He would have a good view of the truck. So he saw you. Okay. So what?
You know what? You're right. I'm convinced this made the shot. Should we call it good? This feels good, doesn't it?
Murder.
This pushed him, but not enough. Wait, here it comes. The goddamn Maybell. There were Maybells in the grass when you... and nowhere else. Wait, don't forget the footprints.
Хватит себя бить.
Prints in the dust and the secrets. You got it. Remember? The boot?
Everything is...
Show me the souls, please.
Fucking imber.
The maker is called... These are not the unusual...
The size fits, but not the soul.
Sire, he doesn't have...
Racking those brains.
The lieutenant gives you a quick... The prints were his. The old man stares at his own prints. You've almost got him.
Damn Maybells.
He seems tender suddenly.
So many this year, too. The spring is... They blossom on the islets before the coast.
You must get around a lot to stay undetected.
I may. Class here.
He repeats the name with care. He knows her, but hadn't heard the name.
My ears with the victim.
There is a small...
You know who he was. A coalition-trained murderer. Armored and armed. He wasn't beating us to the ground. Moaning with joy. You hounds get so thorough when a company-trained killer dies. I haven't seen you. Got your attention. Now you stop beating.
This is it. Shot him. Shot him. Say shot him, not killed him.
Oh, the inhumanity.
The lieutenant raised... Hush. He does not need... While the lieutenant listens, holding his breath.
I had them in my sights. Both of... I didn't think I had a shot like that in me anymore. Nothing. I went to sleep. And...
Mr. Dross, are you...
Yes.
And you were looking at them? The victim and a young woman?
The old man.
Why?
Because that's what...
The motive. You can coax it out of him.
I don't understand. Do you detect...
I'm always looking.
Are you all...
A rifle's...
And if you don't like...
Click.
Yes.
You got him going. Start with when he first saw him. It will give him a chance to ramble.
Them fucking... Jealousy is a reaction, and I wanted to... That's all it takes for the bullet to reach his head.
This man has seen past her, like you did.
Да, через такое расстояние, чтобы слепой старик взял, прострелил ему, получается, в рот. Так.
And now he... to punish her.
She practically breastfed that man. You wouldn't believe the things she let him do to
Дезертир,
her.
коммунист, воерист. Неплохое такое описание.
Wine stands here
Вырисовывается.
and rots.
The world is insane. Since she came to Martinez, I saw her sneaking in the reeds early in the morning, behind
past the felt building on the...
hiding something in the water. Her passport.
In the free state of Seminine.
After she was gone.
Did you keep what was in it?
No. Why would I do that?
This implies that also a little inconsistency here. He was surprised to hear her name Clausia before. Would he not have seen it on the documents?
You didn't say Clausia in there. It was something.
Блин,
I
я
don't
забыла,
remember.
как ее звали.
It was done. Why would I?
A strange confusion comes over him.
I did. I could see who she was, too. A spook. On the run. Rever shop.
You could tell she was a...
She had different color hair on the photo.
He's setting it up for you. The bruises. You can't make that.
You can't see bruises through a scope. It's just a blur.
Так, так, так.
There's
the coals of his eye.
Man needs to feel something else. Yes. Over the years. No. I don't really know. The day after. Yes. I don't know why I do.
Neither does he. In the silence. One more down. It quickly comes to you.
Oh, yes. Cutting those drugs of hers into little lines with a knife.
Офигеть.
Masturbating.
Ну просто ниндзя-шпион.
Did you make that hole?
With a clip point.
Good for listening in, too.
Like that, too? Yes. I've been through all. Yes, that, too. You turn it on inside, and it gets so dark out, you can't see a man looking in.
Those two took the cake. You hear the familiar. One more loose end down.
How did you get in there?
I can just walk in there now after a good wash. I told you, they think I'm an antisocial. Closing hour is a good time. The kitchen.
You had to open the steel door?
I got that open a long time ago. Some bourgeois game merchant.
And he found use for it.
One more thing.
What about them?
There. He's already admitted to it. Just...
I did. I was there one night, and she was... The day after. Yes. I don't know why. Maybe. If you came 10 years...
In the silent. One more down.
Her.
The lieutenant nods at... That's it.
Where is she? That Clausier. I haven't seen her there for days. Good for her. That girl kept staring into the scope at night, crying or smoking on the roof.
Across the water, on a dilapidated... He's there. Doing... what? Exactly, I don't know. Satellite Officer Vicmair points at the ruins. Special Consultant Heidelstam is optimistic. We'll see the boat when he comes. Let's, as the men go. Patrol Officer, good luck, Harry, she thinks.
We could get more.
Who knows what you could get more out of him.
A tragic comedy.
A strange little engine seems to fire.
Specifically, the whole... Because of the racists. Everyone is a racist. Pump full of steroids. Yes, the fly larva in his container. He let some nihilist, not since the serfs, intense, like animals. The worst of them is the blood-drenched Sucrion on her yacht, licking her lips. The worst is that old cock parading around in his uniform, throwing balls.
Все ненавидят Рене.
Every morning he's there. While the parrot, that's all the rich really want. We did good when we pushed him under that horse car.
The disco whores are too much. Hatred shuts down his brain's language center, leaving only an...
Every royalist ghouls played like it was life. I remember him. That one.
There doesn't seem to be a single person under the pine today. Not even Gaston. Alone.
Fat and plump, like a pheasant, just begging to be popped. Not yet. I like...
Save the treat for later?
He is a juicy bonbon. That was better. I even hid one bullet.
Hearing it may destabilize him. You sure you've gotten everything from
him? Yes, of course.
He seems relieved. Could he have been? He reminds him of himself. The same hatred.
Another hideous
disappointment. So personal.
That deformed toad. That mobster.
He's been sweet-talked by this Edgar. They must have met in person for such animal.
You can't live alone.
The Clares wouldn't miss a man hidden in...
Of course. Maybe the Clares asked him to. Don't go straight for the kill. Exhaust...
I haven't...
How did he know you were...
He didn't just stumble in like an oaf. Stepped right off the... I was right about one of... 20 years ago. Neither of them...
That's around the time the Clares came to power.
Edgar did the talking. Never trust a social democrat. Let me be here.
They let him be.
You know why I killed that fucker, Dwat. As to Edgar...
Again?
Tried teaching him some Marzovian...
Okay, he didn't do the hanged man for... There is more here. You can feel...
Horse.
Лошади, да.
The connection comes to you like a splash. He acknowledges it. Here we go. A twist behind the dog.
That bourgeois cow. Tit and money. She liked that too. That Holly. She was. And she was real. Called in, they say. On the eve of battle.
No.
Did she? They say her daughter.
No, I guess it was not. She couldn't make the call.
Here it is.
Because she was dead.
Just say nothing.
The cow caught a bullet in her right lung. She was going
Да,
home.
точно, возвращалась домой, да, и он...
Dressed in yellow. Heading home to Grand Couronne or Betancourt. Someplace like that. Where they build those new bâtiments for the... Someone shot her. Or maybe the... Nothing changed.
Edgar didn't keep his... If you were to testify to this, we would strike everything you've done.
A degenerate worker.
Come on. Just a little. You're buddies.
I haven't lived and fought for... Everyone is a blobber in this world.
Well.
Everyone betrays everyone. They're all already locked up.
The same old... There is plenty here to work with once.
Glad. 3 weeks ago, when the rich hag came...
Joyce. He means Joyce.
Wrinkled up whore. Lack sexual morals are a bourgeois ploy. So don't use... They moved into... I've seen their kind during the land. Herding the strike breakers.
His lip curls into...
Glad. It's all gone.
For a 60-year-old man with stomach trouble, he's prone to erratic hand gestures and clearly malnourished. But
I ain't going.
Ну-ка, что-то у нас самообладание, да, нужно. 3. Ладно. Лови полицейскую волну. Не знаю зачем. Пусть будет. И внутреннюю империю, чтобы зашкаливал. О! Нормально. Ну что, дед?
What? But you said I would be taken to the...
The sum of all the...
Your wayfarer rights have been suspended. Do you understand?
But... No, I don't want to.
He's sweating.
Your confirmation is not required, sir. Now on to the boat. Not really.
But then, who watches him while you're coming back?
This is a problem.
What is this? Fuck.
Something is happening. Lillian, you could ask her maybe.
This is no harmless old...
This fucking wood.
No, listen. Listen now.
Так, 72%.
There it is again. To your north, as it has been since you came. Something completely different. It sounds like a boat.
Он задолбался уже стоять.
Very slowly being...
Maybe there is room for 3 on the boat. What?
What are you talking about?
Your skin crawls.
Ядрить.
A delicate tangle of arms and legs unfolds from the reed. It's still there.
What are you talking about? There's nothing there.
The stick insect is over 3 meters tall. You feel your legs shaking under you.
Наконец-то я сошел с ума.
To grab the gun.
Tell me what you see.
I can see it.
4 simple words. Thank God. But that means it's really there. Spinning slowly. In absolute silence. It's limp.
Be very, very careful.
The creature stands on the segmented antennae. Reed-like tufts stick out of its joints. The hiss is different from the strings you heard before. It says something else in a lower pitch. Be afraid. You smell wrong.
It is.
You glance over your shoulder.
We need a photo. No one will believe us.
From the corner of your eye, with the sound of you see the phasmid turn to him. Its mandible antennae reaching out. Something cracks in the lieutenant. He's letting his...
The ampoule will produce a loud hiss. You're right. It could...
I'll wait. I'm on step. The spindly mechanism turns itself back to you. Its antennae taking their measure of the air. Slowly. Nothing changes in the cyclical brain motion. Its insect mind is impenetrable to your reasoning.
Фейл в 92%. Он такой, футю!
You barely get to take one step. The
Where? Where did it go?
You never had a chance. There was something off the moment you approached it. It was scared of you. Of humans.
It appears the insect can walk on water.
He shakes his head in silence.
It's just a blur. No. It's gone for now, Lieutenant here.
Ладно. Что ж уж.
In some kind of...
Our suspect's not looking... It looks like it has...
In the reeds.
Да, и что там насчет центра?
Center. You're at home, stupid cop. Not with the art crowd. You hate them. Everyone hates them. Even they hate themselves. It's nauseating. An industry built on sprezzatura and sparkling wine. And, let's be honest, tax evasion schemes. The Humpty Dumpty Center is the heart
Индустрия
of this
построена на
unholy
небрежности, вине и
symbiosis of
схемах
aesthetics
ухода от
and
налогов.
tax optimization. And now that you've internalized it, you can have a peek.
Ясно, понятно. Проверка энциклопедии дают 10 очков опыта и 2 реала. Странно, но... Ох, дядька совсем плохо.
What is it?
Something is very wrong with him now.
See? Mr. Draft?
The man does not with fear and longing. A light shiver.
He's going into some kind of...
The trembling mouth.
Between this and the broken tire is used for old age and shock. The appearance of the... We should think about getting back to the mainland.
Да, офигеть. Я еще думала, откуда я что-то вроде читала про того был кто до Эврара. Кстати, а прилечь поспать, да?
There's a greasy old...
Someone has been squatting here.
A flash.
You know, officer, you can rest here if you are feeling tired. I will keep watch.
You face the concrete wall. There's less light there, in the dark corner. Like a dog, you lie there. The blanket feels... You feel yourself standing up in the darkness, right next to the mat.
Вот никто не знал, а я взял и прилег. Ах, точно, да.
Dolores Day, the innocence of humanism, internationalism, and the welfare state. Okay, don't say, but you don't even want to talk to her. Let her go. This is the holy queen of the territories of Mwindi and Insulinda. Think of the historic knowledge we could glean. This win her back. How does that fit in here? And what is the holy suzerain doing here anyway?
Hey. I'm doing really good, actually. Both professionally and romantically. I've come to a fulfilling and peaceful period in my life. Well, how are you doing, Harry? Wow, see? A new species.
Блин, эта сцена каждый раз меня душу рвет просто. Здравствуй, Аристокет. Да, на русском, с марта. Вот. Но я радуюсь, то, что я читала на английском довольно-таки точно. Практически ничего не пропустила.
She's trying to muster enthusiasm.
I told you, good things can still happen. Well, don't say that. I know this positive thing sounds stupid to you, Harry, but
This is everything I always warned you about.
I'm going to Morova, to live there in Grad. It's just my scepter, my globe cruciger, a spare silk gown, a toothbrush, travel documents, the crown of immortality.
Не, на этих. Уже на этих. Сегодня же понедельник. Да, значит, на этих.
Oh, this. This is just a wreath.
Да, ты разве уже не венчана корона? Ага, ты про это? Ты заметил?
She looks at the suitcase, not knowing what more to say.
Anyway, how's your sex life? Простите.
I'm sorry. I was heading to the...
She means she doesn't have time to tend to your emotions.
Кстати, а где твой Апех и Хадис? Кто там у тебя еще был?
What are you doing? Stop saying things like that.
No, Harry. No. I don't want a massive epic showdown. I want to go to the aerodrome.
Платье классно развивается.
I have tickets for the 10:20 flight tomorrow. We don't have anything to talk about anymore. Every combination of words, it's all gone. I have to go to the aerodrome. I have to leave Revachol and you.
Купил третью
And
борду.
you have to
О,
be alone.
это клево.
In hell.
Oh God,
А
whatever you
предыдущий
do, don't try to
проходил?
kiss her yet. Not after that. You're still reeling. You'll fall over if you try now. She doesn't know what to say.
Конечно. Отлично.
Yes, okay. I'm glad.
А ты что, не стримишь Резидент новый? Не хочу. Даже ради большой женщины. И у меня его нет, и не потянет, наверное. Сейчас, блин, с комплектующими все очень сложно. Да и вообще, это же ужастик. Я боюсь ужастика. Да, я моралист, а другие моралисты чуть не увезли меня на боевом корабле, а я больше не псих. Это правда. Звучит убедительно. Не потянет, надо было начинать. Ну, я не проверяла, потому что не хотела.
Do you know how much it hurts me to hear you say that? I'm shit, you made me shit. I can't do this anymore.
Total annihilation. We got annihilated, Harry.
I don't want it. It looks expensive. That's not what figurines do, Harry.
She looks at the headless found rider between your fingers and the...
Harry, I don't want things. I want to go to the aerodrome. I didn't ask for things.
Да, фигурка ее не вернут.
I would have liked the headless fallen rider back then. It's not, but I don't know why I said but. That's it, yes.
Where in hell? Stop. You're only making it worse for him. You never help with anything.
See? But I can.
She keeps her shoulders squared and her back straight, but it's clear you're still making her sad.
Yes. It only took me 1 year, maybe. Yes. But that time is gone now. So it's okay. What other things? We've been through all the
Ну
things,
что ж,
Harry.
97%, да? Я же провалю? Или нет?
With your feet trembling from the steps you took.
Я хотел сказать.
And fearful,
Так подошел, как
you stand
будто
against her.
боялся уронить.
Her body, she is not kissing you back. The delicate wreath on her forehead pressing into you. Nothing, just pillows against you.
О нет, только не вкус абрикосовой жвачки не надо.
The moment is ending, trying hard not to look at you. When she withdrew and you held on to her hand, she tried not to look at your face and see the expression there.
Блин, красивое платье.
Brother, you should put me in front of a firing squad. I have no words for how I failed you.
Да-да-да, братан, сорян, не получилось, не фартануло.
She breathes out heavily, as if something painful has passed through her, and shakes her head. She shakes her head.
Why did you do that to yourself? You know I don't cheat, Harry. No, Harry. Not yet. I'm pregnant. Of course not. I terminated yours. Don't you remember? You poor fuck. Povic, now go ahead. Ask me more questions.
More questions. Ask more.
I am actually very ordinary, Harry. This thing you've made me into. My lungs do not glow.
Then it's you. You will make her lungs glow. Your pain is not meaningless.
That sounds like it would be in the news. I have to, Harry.
Тут ничего не поменяется.
I was wrong. You don't have power over her anymore. You shouldn't have.
Light, life. I have to wipe it all off me and be clean again. That was someone else. I betrayed her, overwrote her. Yes, I won't see you, but you will see me. Oh, Harry, this is a dream. Can't you see? Right here, tomorrow night. I'm suffocatingly beautiful and young. And oh yes, this is real darkness. See you tomorrow.
Bye. See ya. Как она сказала? Poor fuck? Я думала, надо было обязательно добавить head. А я всегда говорю, днем лучше не спать. Кроме как прям совсем плохо. По возможности дотянуть до вечера, потому что днем снится черт знает что. Я не знаю, с чем это связано.
I did not want to wake you. Perhaps I should have? Of course. You ready? We already solved the case. You thrashed around, then you bolted up, half covered in blood from your wound. Are you okay?
Да, сплюнуть кровь и вернуться к работе. Ты теперь настолько крут, что тебе все нипочем.
Okay.
He's still worried.
Представляете, полицейские на берегу такие, какого хрена? Почему они еще не вернулись? И Ким сидит и смотрит на сопящего Гарри. Эх. Что еще?
This feels familiar, Summer.
Insulindian Citizens Militia.
It sounds an awful lot.
It does. The RCM may descend from the ICM.
Логично.
It's impossible to say. It was
nice political thought. It's going to be hard to say them. Carrying around all that weight on a busted crutch.
Хватит про политику, пожалуйста, умоляю.
You can still read this. No.
With its horns in the sky.
No, that's
a DeLorean era symbol.
After 44 years, one of these barrels was still leaking fuel, as you saw.
О, хватит, валим. Валим.
The chain trails off into the ocean, connecting the island.
Ah, yes, for bringing
as a defensive
measure from
enemies.
Возможно. Это я когда перепроходил. Так, еще одно очко навыков. Даже не знаю, что же взять. Для авторитета, чтобы задоминировать перед своими бывшими коллегами. Самообладание у нас все. Да, просто все. Ладно, пусть будет драма. Нам пригодится немножко драмы. Вперед, капитан Ким.
The skiff, but for the two men and a woman. You reach the jetty and climb out of the skiff.
Да, тут нас уже ждут. Ну, давай. Потому что мы беспокоимся. Да вы что?
Look what the tide brought in.
Да. Поглядите, что произошло течением.
Harry, you're bleeding all over the place. You're half dead.
Вот именно.
Whatever this is, it is completely unimportant compared to what you... This is the man with sunglasses from the whirling in rags. But where are his sunglasses?
That's right. And you're bleeding.
Hello, I'm Trent Heilerstam. I believe we've met on several occasions.
I'm your goddamn partner, Jean-Vic Kemar. And this is your
Jean-Vic
special
Kemar.
task force. Or what's
Magnifique, я же говорю.
Special Consultant
Не зря в
Trent
школе страдал.
Heilerstam, Patrol Officer Judith Minot.
Judith Minot. Хабин.
Hi.
We've come to scrape what's left of you off the pavement.
Спасибо.
Lieutenant Kim Kisoragi, Prison 57. We've just come from the island. We are in...
The scene is making even him feel as though he has to justify your...
А чё? Мы ничего такого не
We
сделали.
might need your help with something later.
Нам просто нужны были деньги на радиопередатчик, поэтому мы заложили все.
As if he recalled that he's in fact a decorated police lieutenant and not...
But this is clearly a departmental matter, so I'm going to leave you to discuss it among yourselves.
Ким, не бросай меня.
It's good to meet you, Lieutenant Kitsuhagi.
Letting the lieutenant know he shouldn't feel embarrassed over the shitstorm that's about to befall you.
Bothered by it? Fuck it. Let's not get into that.
Ari, we want to help you.
This is the horse-faced woman. I don't know why you named her that, but it was beyond idiotic. You should never...
До тебя только
translate
сейчас
into
так
those
дошло.
words again.
И даже почему за это отвечает внушение, а не логика? Почему ты Жюдит Мину назвал женщиной с лошадиным лицом?
I don't quite know what I'm doing here. I was asked to participate as an expert. I think I need to manage your expectations a little. My background is in something else entirely.
No, Trant. It's too late. You're part of this shit now.
What does he have to say for himself? He left you to catch the bullets.
It's okay. I didn't come here to gloat, so...
That's right. Worried. I'm always worried. You're a worry fest. She's worried about you. I'm worried
Worry
about
fest.
you. Even Special Consultant Backpedal is worried.
He's got a very, very solid case there. Actually, I've been trying to find a good moment to tell you.
Да, мы все так волновались, поэтому, когда я пыталась с ним поговорить, он меня всячески отшивал. Спасибо. Хреновая какая-то помощь. И риторика такая: да, на самом деле пытался тебе сказать.
You often sound like a brutal idiot.
Да сам такой.
Yes, I'm Trant Heilerstam. I never said I wasn't Trant Heilerstam. Mikhail? Mikhail's my son. No, I was just interested in the Feld building and the Martinez beachhead.
Him being there with his son, it was not a coincidence.
What indeed? I was asked to share my take on some of the more obscure theories
Каждый раз вместо
developed in Königstein
Кёнигштейна я
in the
читаю
30s.
Кёнигсберг.
Like...
He's here to see if you're insane. He's smart. Let's move
А?
on.
А чё бы и нет, действительно. Да, опять меня развели, все выдают себя за кого-то
Dude.
другого.
Hey, here's a brilliant idea. Don't be a morbid drunk, and you won't be duped so easily.
Да ладно, перестань быть таким синяком. Развести тебя будет сложнее. Да ладно, садовница, лидер антистачников, теперь вот это. Повернулся к лейтенанту. Ты-то хотя бы не притворяешься кем-то другим. Он такой: да, на самом деле я Куна, да.
Yes, I'm still Kim Kisoragi, still a lieutenant
Pam,
from
pam,
Prison
pam.
57.
Still caught up in this crossfire, too.
Yeah, Major Crimes Unit. And I'll refresh your memory? It's a goddamn Major Crimes Unit. There's you, me,
Разделение
Jude,
проследования особо
Trant
тяжких
fucking
преступлений.
Heilerstam, and Guillaume Bevy.
Гарри, Жан Макмар, Жюди Мину, Трент, мать его, Хендельстейн И Гийом Би... Вот этого я не помню.
I'm technically just a civilian advisor.
Блин, портрет мне кого-то напоминает.
Fuck you. You're part of this shit show.
Так, кто такой Гийом Биви? Я знаю Гийом де Мион.
Oh, that's an interesting story, actually. Guillaume Bevy is a police reporter
Криминальный
who joined our
журналист,
team.
который присоединился к команде, но потом
Really
ушел, потому
good.
что потерял веру в
Left
твою способность
because he
управлять
lost faith
подразделением.
other people have left too. Good.
И
Smart
не только
people.
один так сделал. Мгм.
Is this Guillaume Bevy blonde and partial to sunglasses?
Так. А Гийом, который не Гийом, это случайно не блондин, обожающий темные очки?
See? There. He's getting it. I was impersonating him. Look at me, I'm G Baby. It was going to be funny.
He sincerely thought it was going to be amusing.
Ну тогда чего ты со мной так грубо разговаривал? Блин, я думал, может действительно при определенных навыках можно сказать, что типа, слышь, погоди, ты же этот, и вспомнить, допустим. Было бы еще круче.
Do? It's a major crimes unit. We cleared it.
They're your posse, or what remains of it.
The 41st isn't...
God damn it, Harry. You told us to fuck off. You said we are
Так,
crime
где же
in
вы
your
были?
style.
Да ты нас
You're
послал.
a detective god. Fuck everything. All will burn. Detect or die.
It wasn't like that.
Fuck you, Harry. We didn't know there was gonna be a trip. Here we go. Alcoholic deli. The cafeteria manager you fucked over told us where you went.
Управляющий кафетерием рассказал, куда он направился. Повернулся в направлении танцев тропии и заорать: «Будь ты проклят, управляющий кафетерием! Больше ты меня не предашь!» Да, предатель!
Strange. You didn't mention that. In fact, the establishment didn't look saved at all. There was a giant I don't know. It had shit kid written all over it.
И это даже не Куна, представьте себе.
The bells aren't ringing because you have brain damage.
Well, he doesn't have visible tremors, he talks without slurring, he can drive a boat, he's
Точно,
standing
ретроградная
reasoning.
амнезия, да.
Meaning, you forgot both who you are and the definitions of money, Esau.
Да, не только новое, но и старое.
As
Все нафиг
displayed in the
выпилил.
station call, our
Форматнуло.
interactions with him and...
Interesting?
Yes, interesting. I have my theories, but I would like to hear Harry's thoughts first. Harry, what do you think happened to you? Neurologically, psychologically and...
Да, я все-таки придерживаюсь
Socioeconomically.
теории, что просто с ним случилось что-то очень печальное, после которого он поехал.
Psychotraumatic amnesia? Drowned? I can go for that. Shit kid is a... I keep my shit together. Also, I know a person can't wipe their own...
But Detective Vigmer, he has blanked out before.
Ух ты!
Yes, a couple of times. After some of the more serious benders. What?
Interesting. So at first he dipped his toe.
What do you mean?
Well, here's my theory. Look at the ruins, the neon. Listen to the radio, the multitudes, the people. Live
Нифига
here
себе,
for
он
40
тут
years.
задвинул
As a police
поэтическое
detective, he's like a
сравнение.
magnetic hardwired to the free market.
Okay, Trant, thank you.
Да, спасибо, это полная
Absolutely
бессмыслица.
I'm glad we brought you. Will he or will he not
Речи
be able
полные
to work in
сарказма,
the
всё
major
как мы
crimes
любим.
unit?
He's not a cretin, and he is able to do work. If not...
Leadership, now.
No one even mentioned that. Now, nothing. Now we're just going to stand here. No, now we discuss that. What the fuck did you do to our motor carriage? Why is it there, Harry?
Что ты сотворил с мотокаретой? О, с какой? О, в океане? О, как же? Кто это сделал? Ай-яй-яй-яй, кто же это мог быть? Unbelievable. Блин, я не могу видеть.
Yes, in the ocean, under the sea, our work vehicle with fish and clams and other sea shit. So refreshing. It just admits it. Thank you for your honesty.
5000
Thank you
реалов.
for destroying 45,000
Ну, у меня
real
есть
of police
116.
property. That's
Начало
coming out
положено.
of everyone's payslip.
Ким, ты говорил, у тебя там диски, да, которые можно заложить?
It doesn't matter. Your badge, Harry. Show me your badge.
In a rush to demonstrate your badge, your eager fingers can't sustain a grip on the smooth.
Ха, анимировали, как он его ловит. Прикольно.
You juggle the badge for a second. Ouch! You strained your elbow trying to catch that.
Это жизнь после 30. Пытался поймать удостоверение, потянул локоть. Потерял здоровье. Лежишь, плачешь.
You found it. You found it, Jean. It's his badge.
And your gun?
As if having your badge and here we go again.
Пистолет.
Lost gun, trying to terrorize you.
Phew, he has it. And he didn't drop it. You're drunk like a bum, Harry. Put that thing away before you kill someone.
В смысле, а я же не пила. Вроде бы. Я вспомнила, мне пришлось выпить пиво, чтобы выбить дверь. Не, выпить пиво, чтобы открыть холодильник с мороженым. Во! Блин. А я хотела не пить. Но пришлось. И так я им скажу.
You were never supposed to lose it in the first place. Not like... Well, you let the suspect escape.
We've read the reports. Lieutenant Kitsuhagi's. We know.
Oh, well. If she was nice. I'm not even gonna get into the other suspect. Or the fact that you're Everard Claire's compared to the 8 people who were gunned down. The streets are literally red with blood.
He did everything he could. We did everything we could.
Here comes the cavalry.
Спасибо, Ким.
He did so at considerable risk to his person. Remember, he was shot. We stopped an execution, not a negotiation. The loss of life. Stop being sorry for 5 minutes.
Thank you for the input, Lieutenant.
He thinks of apologizing, but decides against
Вот скотина. А ну
You
извинись.
spent the week with him on this case.
On the case?
On Lieutenant Geoffrey Dubois.
Well, the drinking, the lost gun, also losing. Then there's the self-flagellation issue. He likes to apologize, profusely, making it sound like
That's
he's
my
guilty
style.
of at least first-degree murder. It's not a good communication. It's just strange, especially in light of his political views. Detective Dubois is, as you may know, a true blue moralist, a man of the center, not prone to political outbursts. Other still, he is also a Mazovian socio-economist who believes in liquidating the ruling class. How he reconciles these
Все
two
учил,
points
все
of view,
заметил. Ух,
I do
Ким,
not know.
ум.
But
Молодец
he is.
вообще.
And then there's the motor carriage in the sea. He can talk human beings into telling him everything. And he doesn't stop. In all the time I've spent with him, he has not once
Да,
stopped
человек такой
pursuing
пережил,
his,
такой делает
however
и все еще
far-fetched and
мотивирован.
tangential.
Как
He
сделать
is
так же?
tireless. Well, except that one time when he stopped to sing karaoke, which by the way was a valiant effort. He really sang his heart out.
О, спасибо, Ким. Ну что? Ну что?
Yeah, it was what it was.
Всем нужно отдыхать.
Other than that one time, he has tirelessly worked on the case. And he apprehended a revolutionary brigade who stayed hidden for 50 years, ever since
A new species?
a colossal stick insect, 3 meters tall. It's on the island, camouflage as the reeds. I know this sounds fantastic, but I'm a 4 times decorated lieutenant of the RCM. I do not make up encounters
Не, думаю,
with
Киму-то они
cryptids to
поверят,
spice up my
естественно.
day. I am very, very sane.
I don't doubt you, Lieutenant. If you say it was the Insulindian
Бум
phasmid,
шакалака.
then it was the Insulindian phasmid.
Ну-ка. Так и было.
By God, is it...
The killer did not seem to be aware of the phasmid's presence. Exhibiting a strange, atypical dementia, he fell into a stupor after its appearance. He became near catatonic. Yes, but also...
So it is...
We could order a search. I could get people from EPIS on the island, entomologists, doctors.
There, you need to make your case now. The floor is all yours. He prepared it well.
Yes, yes. Fallen through a gap.
The body was transported to Precinct 41.
You're not the only cop in the world, Harry.
Да,
This
я
all comes
помню.
back.
It's still a point for you. No denying it.
Who's Kuno?
Oh, Kuno ке?
You don't want to know.
You're right, Lieutenant. I don't. You snorted the drugs. I know you did. It's all right. I mean, at this point, anything is... What was that? It sounded like you set up a nightclub in the church. That's great. Entrepreneur...
4 kids were living in a tent on the ice. They were going to drown.
It's not that okay. Get off this subject now.
I don't know what a doomed commercial area is. Why?
There was a possible witness in there, and it was close to the crime scene.
Of course. Call it community outreach, right?
Female?
You had to see it. It had this...
Incredible. Were there ex-internet?
Not as far as I could see. There were other things there, though.
As in cloning itself? What makes you think so? Interesting.
Yes, but also reed-colored, beige and...
Incredible. It's a toughie that you...
I tried to.
Ouch.
We can still work. Cop discovers new...
It needs to be white coats and glass...
You'll do. Quit while you're ahead.
Нормально, нормально. Да.
Or no.
Lilianovich. A revolutionary matron. The custom started in Grad, where they have patronyms. This man's mother was Lillian. His Lillian's son,
Да, Лилиан,
Lilianovich.
как рыбачка.
So, it...
Thank you, Trout. Thank you for that piece of cultural...
Of course, excuse me, I just thought it...
He wasn't quite sure about the straggler before he heard this detail. It must have convinced him.
Jealousy?
A strange psychosexual fascination. The result of spending all this time in solitude on the islands of this bay. And also, we have ballistics from the gun, matching the bullet found in the dead
It's a clean win.
Да, еще говорят, что женщины злые из-за того, что у них нету мужика. А тут вон чё.
It's way more than that.
Не то чтобы это была единственная причина, но...
I've never doubted you can pull yourself together.
God damn it. It is bad.
Да
Even
ладно,
you can
один раз
see.
было
Chin
много.
up. Keep focusing on the positive.
This is a conversation for when we are no longer...
Understood.
But a case against
I would prefer not to part...
This has to be good stuff for him to backpedal out of it.
I don't want to, so I have to. Jude?
Honestly, anything that ends this trial is okay with me.
But he's been drinking, she thinks.
Agreed. The public relations potential of this...
Okay. We have vehicles in the school.
Now you will find the man looks wet, jingling his car keys in his pocket.
Who are
Кто
you?
я?
You're a... Well, obviously you're not a...
Before you were a cop, you were a gym teacher in Coran. It's getting...
Harry, it explains everything. The running around, the jumping, the bicep girth, your inexplicable facial hair.
Да ладно, классные баки.
The fact that you don't seem to know what homosexuality is.
God, even this javelin throwing freak here.
Of course. Contact Mike.
Точно.
He's been on about Mike again? I hate that guy. Oh, you don't say.
It is getting cold out.
Небольшой такой намек. Тут холодает. Давайте-ка пойдем отсюда.
In your 20s or late 20s, you've really let yourself go since then.
25-30. Нормально, нормально.
Yes, you tell Jimmy.
The smell of sweat and Kuro is just east of Jamrock.
High school.
Еще монетка,
you're
еще
going
чуть-чуть
on
на
with
радиопередачке
Kuno,
хватит.
Andre, a cell. The whole thing on the ice. That's why you are so judy.
His smirk suggests barely contained laughter.
The regular. You found some chick. She inspired you to fight the
О,
big
нет.
You, every morning, walking from Voyager Road to teach Jim.
I knew it. I knew no normal human being can run like that. He's an honest
Даже с
to God gym
простреленным
teacher.
бедром, попрошу заметить.
It's not a mystery. Some chick Dora something. Dora Ingelund? Yeah, you mentioned.
Not Dora Dubois.
No one is married anymore. This God, I don't know.
6 years and you haven't gotten over it. What the hell is wrong with you?
No, it was 6. Like ancient. Incredibly bangable.
He is very passionate.
Okay, you're right. She was extremely fuckable, Harry. Gorgeous. A gorgeous
Snow Welkin. Blonde heartbreak Welkin.
I've only seen a picture, but it's up.
Look, the sun is...
I think she taught in the Académie des Arts. He's taught. My point is, you need to see a psychiatrist.
In other words, he's heard.
No. You're too unstable to work for my boss. You're suicidal, Harry. No
Да,
more
кстати,
boss
мне
would
опять
take
как-то
you.
удалось не... А, ну у меня в этот раз сила воли, потому что
I
нормально.
assure you.
He would immediately. I told you it's not that bad.
Us?
That's not true. Jamrock.
Thank you, Lieutenant. You're being kind.
Get back to it. We left Torsen and McLean to run Mac the Torso Torsen and Chester McLean.
They are damn iconic though. Torsen and McLean.
Yeah, not like us. Too clinically. God. There are 4 wings, Harry. A, B, C, and D.
There's also a lot of outside help involved. Not
He's anything but.
Нормально,
Ptolemy
нормально.
Price? He's the son of
Ptolemy.
the old Price,
Блин,
one of
какое
the
имя?
founders.
He's one of the most highly regarded men in the...
Somewhere under the curved roof of a former, they speak of change. The city. The tension on the streets. They speak of the.
So he remembers that. Yeah.
shooting up churches never is.
Our enemies were hiding in a church. To the best of our...
He means it.
Да уж.
Your clearance will not go
Но
up
попытаться
while
можно
you're
было,
within
почему бы и нет.
Okay, it's not the bloody murder station.
Jamrock is the largest ghetto in River Shoal.
The press will blow over.
Thank you again, Lieutenant. Who is Lena?
She lives at 1113 Tabernacle Road.
Ура!
in
120 монеток.
Tabernacle? It's on the...
Fine. If we...
She and her husband were conduct. They should know as soon as possible.
She is going to be over the moon.
Well, first I will go back. Detective, we just stopped a small... I don't know what yet, but it's going to be a hard spring for the RCM. Talk to Captain Price? I'd rather work with Price?
Would fit in. And this truly came as a surprise.
Flattered?
I would have to tie things up in GR.
And we also have a huge caseload.
I do like the sound.
He's really considering it.
Good.
Fuck it. Let's go. Tron brought his motor carriage. It's a 20-minute drive to Jam.
Under the evening sky, the great district turns on its lights. A chessboard of wooden house. You close your eyes and hear the dogs bark. Dawson? Yes. McLean? Yes. Heidelstein? No. Vicmere? Yes. Dubois?
Dubois.
Of course. Really? Nick Gottlieb looks up from the list. I hear he's unstable. You say that like it's a bad thing. Captain Potomny Price gestures with a ballpoint.
Wonderful. Then can we please just go back to Jamrock now?
Пожалуйста. О, это было так мило. Не, они меня даже не спросили про броню. Может, потому что я не взяла сапоги. Да они, блин, бесполезны. Прострели это нам бедро. Ух. Да, смотрела этот стрим с Хелен Перри. Прям классно. Спасибо этим прекрасным людям. Przemysław Pitt. Ja z deski. Офигеть. Уно. Догадано. Блин, офигеть, вот как можно было столько человек озвучить? My God. Shit. Человек озвучивал Куну. Ежедит Мина. Вот как? Гораций кубик, да, я так и знал. Так, Russian Team. Да, Александра Альфина Голубева, которая связана с... Speak лучше. Да, спасибо им. За такую трудную работу. Стефан Пеликан. New Humans. Стресс-релив. Зиги. Собака. Класс. По-моему, в какой-то еще игре было, типа Game Babies. Строчка. Может быть, в этом, которое What Remains of Edith Finch. Что-то мне казалось, что они бы могли такое вписать. Блин. Офигенно. Да, это Эверар сваливает из Ревышоля, украв чертов контейнер. И да, если вы знаете, какую фразу я переделала. Денис, добрый вечер. По 10-бальной шкале оценишь? Да, конечно. 15. Вот. Когда в 4-й раз пройду, наверное, будет еще больше. С половиной. Нет, просто серьезно. Игра настолько... Блин, я даже не знаю, как одним прилагательным написать. Но настолько все во мне вызывает, ее очень интересно читать, что она для меня более живая, чем всякие эти кинцы типа Хэви Рейна. Да, многогранно, да. И все такое вроде бы и гротескное, а вроде и такое живое, прям чувствуется. И все это сделано людьми, которые, ну, как бы, неизвестны в геймдев среде. Это прям... Это, я считаю, дополнительный уровень крутости. Чувствуется, что автор бухал. Не, ну, понимаешь, бухают многие. Но так продуктивно, да, до этого еще никто не делал. Только разве что Микельсон. Да, если что, фильм вот этот с ним интересный, неплохой, да, тоже можно глянуть. Друг, да, который друг или... Как его там перевели еще по одной. Вот. Ну что ж, надо подумать, что будет следующее. Как-то так уже играю в Disco Elysium и такая... Блин, а дальше-то что? Как-то вообще мысль не приходит. Не, у меня есть пара идей. Но сначала будет... Да, нужно сначала Disco Elysium что-нибудь Нет жизни после Disco Elysium. Ну, просто, допустим, вот Control было очень классно. прям захватило меня тоже. И это отличная метафора самого диска Elysium. Абсолютно согласна. Хардкор! Мега хардкор. Не, как он говорил, хардкор. Ну там что-то hardcore, more hardcore и hardcore to the mega. Как-то так. В общем, я подумаю над тем, проходить дальше. Опять же, если вдруг что-то есть на примете, то как бы с удовольствием рассмотрю. У меня есть пара идей, но опять же, там с этим некоторые сложности. Я не уверена, что готова. Что-то хочется, но не могу пройти, что-то могу пройти, но не хочу. Вот так вот все сложно. Да. Так, ну а тем временем приходите еще. Можно пересматривать старые стримы на Твиче и Ютубе. Можно заходить в Дискорд-канал. И посмотреть, кстати, на шикарный арт от Лиррада. Угу. Forest Wisps. Это два названия или просто то, что тот Форест, я знаю, это какая-то выживалка, не? Ты про нее говоришь? А, просто не было понятно, что это одно и то же. Я-то знаю, что Ори... это Ori and the Blind Forest. Вот. Угу. Да, вторая часть. Короче. Всего вам доброго. Не ешьте плесень. Не топите машины. Желательно не бухать. Ну, хотя бы не так сильно. Вот. Будьте клёвыми, как Ким. Спасибо огромное всем, кто приходил. Пока.